What is up, Pro Guides family, and welcome back to our Overwatch channel. You may know me from League of Legends or our Fortnite channel, but we are now also uploading to Overwatch. Hopefully you find this guide helpful if you're picking up a new hero, but if you want to master your hero and you want to climb the ranks in Overwatch, then I recommend you go to ProGuides.com, where we have a ton of top 500 coaches that are ready to help you out right now. Alright guys, enjoy the video, and please let us know down in the comments how we can improve this video for you next time.
Tracer is a high mobility hero that wields 2 SMGs. She specializes in tearing through the enemy backline by emptying one clip after another, and then zipping away before they even know what hit them. Leon Oxton was a fighter pilot in London, picked as the youngest Overwatch agent to try a new experimental craft called the Slipstream. This aircraft was supposed to teleport while flying, but something went wrong and both of them disappeared. Winston created a harness to help Tracer control her new warping abilities, and now she's ready to fight for the greater good once again. If you're looking for a hero with carry potential who doesn't rely on her team, Tracer's the DPS hero for you. Mastering Tracer requires great mechanical skills and fast thinking, but with our help, you'll get what's coming to you. Dealing up to 280 damage per clip, Tracer's pulse pistols allow you to take down squishy enemies in seconds. Skirt around the enemy backline, dealing as much poke damage to your squishies as you can. As Tracer, you cause so much disruption that the enemy team is forced to deal with you, pulling away resources from the rest of the team. Maybe they'll waste a defense matrix, taking barriers away from their frontline defense. Just remember to prioritize your targets, focusing on immobile heroes with a low HP pool like Zenyatta. Blink is a simple but powerful ability that allows you to teleport a short distance in any direction. You're able to stack a maximum of 3 blinks, giving Tracer her incredible mobility. Because of its simplicity, Blink has many different uses. The first and most obvious use for Blink is disengaging from a fight. When paired with your quick movement speed, Blink is an incredible escape tool. This also makes it a great ability for dodging. Avoid enemy projectiles with ease, like Roadhog's hook, just by blinking to the side. Another use for Blink is as an engagement tool, often paired with your Pulse Bomb ultimate. Moving quick without anyone noticing, place your Pulse Bomb and Recall. Ooh, that felt good. Recall is without a doubt one of the best survivability tools in the entire game. This ability allows you to return to your position from a few seconds ago, regaining HP and ammo. This is clearly an escape tool, but it's important to learn the right time to use it. Since there's that insane 12-second cooldown, you'll always want to use Recall as your last resort, a moment where you really start to think, oh, rubbish. Pulse Bomb deals up to 300 damage to its target it's stuck to. Since this isn't enough damage to eliminate a tank, you often want to use Pulse Bomb on squishy heroes, especially ones that are grouped up with other enemies. That's because they can also get damage from the Pulse Bomb if they're close enough. Tracer's ultimate charge is pretty fast, but its damage output isn't as impressive as some of her fellow DPS heroes. Even so, blinking into the enemy backlines, dropping off one of those pulse bombs, and then recalling back to your team can really make an impact. Just make sure you have a blink or recall at your disposal, or you could end up getting blown up by your own pulse bomb. Tracer's versatility makes her a very strong option in a variety of comps. Her strongest composition, however, is Dive. Because of her increased movement speed as well as her strong mobility from Blink, she's able to follow up easily on Winston-led dives. Together, they can melt through squishies no problem. As you move through the back line, you can also set up targets for Winston, D.Va, or your other allies to dive. Since you're the squishiest hero in the game, you benefit greatly from Zarya's shield. As you get into the enemy team's face, you not only have an extra layer of protection, but help build up Zarya's weapon quite rapidly. Even better, Zarya's gravitational surge groups up the enemy team against their will, making them the perfect target for your damage-dealing pulse bomb. Who's next? Tracer doesn't have many restrictions when it comes to maps, but there are still maps that work best with your abilities. King of the Hill maps complement your Blink ability best since you can skirt around the points, harassing the enemy backline while grabbing surrounding health packs. In fact, one of the most important things to remember on any map is where the health packs are located, since you're often far away from your team's supporters. Maps with a lot of choke points can cause some slip-ups for less experienced Tracer players, since there's not many ways to escape incoming spam. Maps that have a lot more vertical options like Gibraltar are also not ideal for Tracer, who thrives on the ground. With heavy fall-off damage, Tracer is not meant for the high ground. Think Hanamura, where there's no way to get behind the enemy team at the first choke point. Time is on my side. Tracer is one of the most mobile heroes in the game, which makes her an excellent counter to low mobility heroes like Zenyatta. Even if you can't manage to kill the opposing team's backline squishies, the immense pressure you bring causes them to waste resources or split up. Punish and push these enemies constantly and you'll be able to create big advantages for your team. Normally, squishy Tracer may want to avoid Bastion, but if you have your Pulse Bomb, Bastion becomes an easy target. Throw it onto a Bastion sitting on a payload. That's one of the easiest ways to deal with a team comp that's trying to ride Bastion to victory. Blink up to the unsuspecting sentry bot, stick a bomb on him, and then get the heck out of there. Since Tracer relies on mobility to stay ahead of its enemy team, heroes with stun, sleep, and hack are huge blows to your stats. The best way to deal with heroes like McCree is to simply avoid him until you've seen him use his abilities. After that, it's best to approach from an unexpected direction, emptying all 40 of your bullets into him before you can react. Time to learn some tips and tricks that will help you avoid Winston's help once again. One simple ultimate combo we touched upon earlier was Zarya's Gravitational Surge, but there's a trickier combo you can master that's just as disruptive. Pair up with an Orisa. After you place a pulse bomb, have her use Halt to put all the enemies together. The best part about this combo is that you can use it way more often since the cooldown is a lot less. One mistake many beginners make is to jump around while playing Tracer, believing it makes them harder to hit, but this actually makes your movement more predictable, while also damaging your own aim. Experienced players will be able to predict where you'll fall after a jump, leaving you vulnerable to incoming damage or stunning abilities. Instead, always make sure you have at least 2 blinks and your recall while engaging in combat. That way, you always have a way to disengage properly if your opponent gains the upper hand. You never want to take on the enemy backlines without your recall. We talked about the versatility of Tracer's blink ability. Let's take a look at some tricks you can use in 1v1s. Use blink to fake out enemies. The best way to pull this off is to start moving in one direction and then blink in the other. Blinking at a slight angle while moving forward will also force enemies to move their crosshair when aiming at you, often giving you the upper hand. Another great trick with Tracer is to spam your crouch to lower your chances of getting headshotted. And the biggest tip of all time, don't spam "Cheers, love, the cavalry's here." Ever. Just come on, please, don't do that.
That's it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, we are trying to improve our content in the Overwatch community. If you have any suggestions for us, please let us know down below. And once again, if you want to get better at Overwatch, go find your top 500 coach right now in Pro Guides. That's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching, and good luck in your next few games.